this just really needs to be talked about more often because people just go around and have kids and start big families, and they don't want kids in the first place. They're not happy with their spouses, and they're not happy with the fact that they have kids. They want to be able to be free and still go to the club and still go out with friends anytime and just do whatever you want 24/7. When you have kids, you can't do that. And the fact that some people might want that and don't want to have the responsibility, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Those people should be the ones that don't have kids. Like, it seems to be that those are the ones that usually do have kids, and then they resent the children because now they got this person in their life that they have to be responsible for. You have to pay for. You have to make sure they're okay. You have to make sure their health is okay. So you gotta lose sleep. You might lose time and free things to yourself because you got to make sure that this life is cultured and nurtured and make sure that they're reared up and raised the right way. And I've seen so many people that are super happy with their children, some that even are really happy with the children when they weren't planned. But then I see the total opposite. I see the people that have had kids and they wish they never had kids. They said, oh, I wish if I would have went back, I wouldn't have done it. And those kids have the worst situations because they didn't ask to be here. That's the thing that gets me the most, is those kids didn't ask to be here, but they're here. And now you got parents that don't want them, and now it could be a whole toxic situation. You got parents throwing resentments at their kids, throwing anger and hate and, just all these things. They take it out on the kids, and now the kid is screwed up, and now they do the same thing to their women or their husbands or whoever else. And then when their kids, it starts to cycle all over. So people need to realize in the long run, it can be really bad if you decide to have kids, especially with someone that you don't like, but then you have kids and you don't want them in the first place. It's just a rabbit hole you don't want to go down. So my thing is, don't let anyone pressure you to have children if that's not what you want to do. Because I also see a lot of people like get to the point where like, oh, well, my mom wants me to have kids, or my auntie, my grandma wants me to have kids before they pass or whatever. Look, if that's not what you want, and I think it's everyone's choice if they want to bring a life into this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a pretty big responsibility. Some people want to be able to stay up till 12 and 3 and 4 in the morning and wake up whenever they want to and not have to answer to, the cry of a child in the morning, at 2 in the a.m. That's a lot. So, I mean, it's not for everybody. So I don't feel like people should be scrutinized for it. I feel like it's everyone's choice. And it's better if you have a child when you actually want them. They can feel that, and that will definitely affect that child and whoever else they come into contact with for the rest of their lives. So people need to really think about that. Parenting, they're the